Hello everyone. Welcome to our channel. Today, we will dive into a topic that many of us have heard about but perhaps haven't explored deeply. Why do so many people pass away shortly after retiring? Have you ever wondered why, after years of tirelessly working, sacrificing health and time for a career, the retirement phase, supposed to be a golden era, turns into heartbreak for so many families? This isn't just a random occurrence but a profound wake-up call, reminding us that retirement isn't the end but the beginning of a new journey. One that requires thorough preparation in terms of physical health, mental well-being, and financial stability. In today's article, with over 20 years of experience in the financial field, I'll help you understand the reasons behind this phenomenon and provide practical solutions so you can enjoy retirement to the fullest, avoiding unnecessary risks. Let's dive into the issue, starting with some alarming statistics. First, let's examine this phenomenon through a scientific lens to grasp its severity. Numerous studies worldwide, particularly from the US and Europe, have shown a spike in mortality rates shortly after retirement, especially among those who retire early. For instance, a study from Purdue University and Cornell, published in reputable journals, found that in the US, when people reach age 62, the eligibility age for Social Security benefits, mortality rates among men increase by 2%, leading to roughly 11,000 additional deaths annually after their 62nd birthday. This isn't random, as no similar spike occurs at other ages or before the eligibility age was lowered from 65. Furthermore, research from the U.S. Social Security Administration, SSA, analyzing data from over 3,000 retired workers, shows that those retiring at exactly 62 face a 38% higher mortality risk compared to those retiring at 65 or later. Even when broken down, retiring between 62 years and 3 months to 62 years and 11 months still increases the risk by 23.5%. While age 63 carries a 12.5% risk, and age 64 an 11.5% risk. These numbers demand reflection, as they're not unique to the US but align with European studies, where early retirement correlates with higher mortality due to the healthy worker effect. Healthier individuals tend to keep working, while those in poorer health retire early. However, the key insight is that it's not just pre-existing health but the abrupt transition to retirement that contributes to this risk. From a financial perspective, I've observed that many retire without a solid plan, leading to accumulated stress that exacerbates the issue. Building on these statistics, let's explore the first and perhaps most common reason: the loss of purpose and daily structure. Throughout our working lives, most of us are accustomed to a fixed routine, waking up early, going to the office, attending meetings, completing tasks, which not only provides income but also a sense of purpose and societal recognition. When retirement hits, this structure vanishes, creating a massive psychological void. I've counseled hundreds of clients, and many have shared feeling invisible after retirement, as if their value was tied solely to their job. Research from the Journal of Epidemiology and Community Health, JECH, through meta-analyses, shows that on-time retirement initially correlates with a 56% higher mortality risk compared to continuing work, though when adjusted for pre-existing health, this drops to 12%, proving that loss of purpose is an independent factor. Moreover, on platforms like Reddit, thousands of real-life stories describe fathers or grandfathers, strong men who worked their whole lives, passing away mere months after retirement because they lacked hobbies or friends outside work. This leads to depression, reduced physical activity, and ultimately health decline. From my experience, successful retirees often prepare a second project, such as volunteering, learning new skills, or investing in hobbies, which not only maintains purpose but also keeps the brain active, reducing the risk of dementia. Another critical reason we can't overlook is social isolation post-retirement. Work isn't just a paycheck, it's a daily social environment: colleagues, partners, even casual chats by the coffee machine. Upon retiring, many lose this network, especially if family is scattered or friends are still busy working. Research from the National Bureau of Economic Research, NBER, indicates that unmarried men with lower education levels, who drop out of the workforce most significantly at age 62, face higher mortality risks due to loneliness. Social isolation, dubbed a silent killer by the World Health Organization, WHO, increases the risk of cardiovascular disease by 29% and stroke by 32%. In practice, I've seen many male clients, post-retirement, stay cooped up at home, leading to weight gain, high blood pressure, and eventual health crises. In contrast, women often maintain broader social networks through family and community, resulting in a lower mortality spike, only 1% at age 62, statistically insignificant. To counter this, I always advise clients to build community before retiring, join clubs, retirement groups, or even work part-time, because humans are social creatures, and connection is key to longevity. Turning to physical health, we see that abrupt lifestyle changes after retirement often lead to unhealthy behaviors, significantly contributing to higher mortality rates. Studies from Purdue and NBER pinpoint causes of increased male mortality, including traffic accidents, due to more driving with less alertness, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, and lung cancer, accounting for nearly half of the additional deaths.
Why?
Many retirees increase smoking, drinking, and sedentary behavior due to the lack of a mandatory schedule. A PubMed study on 3,971 tire industry workers in the U.S. found that those retiring early, ages 62 to 64, had higher mortality in the first, fourth, and fifth years, while those retiring at 65 saw spikes only in the third or fourth year. This suggests that pre-retirement health matters, but post-retirement lifestyle is the trigger. From a financial angle, I've noticed that those with robust retirement funds often invest in health, gym memberships, travel, maintaining activity. Conversely, financial constraints lead to sedentary lifestyles, resulting in obesity, diabetes, and chronic diseases. Moreover, stress from adapting to reduced income, often 70 to 80% of pre-retirement earnings, elevates cortisol, a hormone harmful to cardiovascular health. I've seen clients retire without adequate health insurance, delaying medical checkups, which worsens conditions. Now, let's delve into the financial aspect, my area of expertise, because it's often the silent pain leading to early mortality. Many retire without a financial plan, assuming pensions or savings will suffice, but inflation, rising healthcare costs, and longer lifespans, averaging 20 to 30 years post-retirement, deplete funds quickly. According to the SSA, those retiring at 62 are often lower-income individuals, not yet eligible for maximum benefits, leading to sharp income drops and financial stress. This stress, per JECH research, increases mortality risk by triggering a constant fight-or-flight response, harming the immune system. In practice, I've seen cases. One retiree with 500 million VND in savings faced unexpected medical costs, like heart surgery, costing hundreds of millions, forcing loans or asset sales, leading to depression and decline. Conversely, those with diversified investments, retirement funds, stocks, real estate, live healthier lives, free from financial worry. Poor finances also limit hobbies or socializing, creating a vicious cycle. Based on experience, I recommend starting planning at age 40. Calculate post-retirement spending needs, typically 80% of pre-retirement, diversify income sources, and secure insurance early to mitigate risks. Beyond these reasons, we must consider gender and socio-economic differences, as they highlight the need for personalized retirement planning. As mentioned, men are hit harder than women, per NBER, because they tend to stop working more abruptly, leading to drastic lifestyle changes. Unmarried, less educated men, often manual laborers, are particularly vulnerable, as work defines their identity. Women, thanks to family roles, adapt better, but if they're primary breadwinners, risks rise too. Additionally, PubMed research shows that retirees with frequent medical absences pre-retirement face higher risks, emphasizing pre-retirement health as a key factor. This underscores the need for regular health checkups before retiring, paired with financial planning to support treatments if needed. So, how can we avoid these risks and enjoy a fulfilling retirement? First, prepare mentally by gradually reducing work hours and cultivating new hobbies like gardening, reading, or learning a language. These maintain purpose. Second, sustain social connections through community involvement, regular meetups, or volunteering to feel valued. For health, establish a daily routine with exercise, healthy eating, and quitting harmful habits like smoking as early as possible. Financially, I recommend a detailed plan. Use tools like Excel to forecast income and expenses, invest in stable ETFs, and keep 3 to 5 years of expenses in cash to avoid selling assets at a loss. Consider phased retirement, part-time work, to ease the transition. I once helped a 60-year-old client shift from full-time work to freelance consulting, resulting in not only better health but also increased income. Finally, consult experts, doctors for health, financial advisors for money, for a tailored plan. In conclusion, the phenomenon of people passing away shortly after retirement isn't fate but the result of inadequate preparation. Through scientific research and real-world experience, we see that loss of purpose, isolation, lifestyle changes, and financial stress are the main culprits. However, by taking action today, you can make retirement the best phase of your life. Remember, life doesn't end with work, it truly begins when you're free. Thank you for watching until the end. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts matter to us, so don't hesitate to share. Reading your comments gives us immense motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating quality content to inform and inspire you. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.